Well, hello, you guys. I'm Rick Dancer, and welcome to Florence, Oregon. We're at Clawson's Wheelhouse Family Dining Restaurant. I called Christian from a restaurant we were at last time we were down in Florence. I said, "Where should we go?" And Christian said, "You gotta go to Clawson's Wheelhouse." He eats here every single Sunday, and he has their chicken fried steak. And he says you got to go try this. But you guys, another thing I wanted to do is show you, they're fixing the road here. So what's going to happen is all this sidewalk and some of their parking is going to be out, but you can park around the block just behind the restaurant and everything will be fine. But we're going to take you inside, show you some of their food, and then we have a nice surprise for you. The owner of this place is Amy Clawson, who is, for those of you who are not in the area, she's a local country music legend, and she knows some of the big wigs all over Nashville, and she and her husband purchased this place. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what this is. So this is the Wheelhouse. So this is one side, and they have shows up here. They just had a show last night for veterans last night. There she is. She's the boss. So you guys, here we go. We're coming in here, and this is their restaurant. There she is. Amy, I called you a country music legend.
Oh, wow. That's deep. That's deep. Rick, that's deep even for you.
So when did you guys buy this?
We got it about 4 years ago. Very excited that we have it.
Because Darby, your husband's family's been in the restaurant business.
Oh, gosh, yeah. They've had about 30-some restaurants. They've been in it for, since before I was born, that's for sure. They had the wharf. They bought the wharf the year I was born in the month. They bought it April 74. And that was downtown. It was a big part of this town.
So this is an investment for you guys, and you're both working here. And
yeah, we love it. We started out with me telling Darb, because I was still on the road, if we're going to do a restaurant, you got to make this choice to do it, because I know you don't own a restaurant owns you.
Right.
Yes, very true, but I love it. It's just the people, the folks that we get to meet, the folks that, I love them.
Because you come in, when you greet, you're just Amy, and that's what you do.
Unfortunately, yeah, they get me.
So you guys, Amy and Darby are giving away a $25 gift card if you tag 2 people in here and like the page, and you'll be eligible to win, and then we'll pick a winner, and you can come down to Florence and have lunch on them. So let's go sit down. Come here.
Let's go.
Okay, so guys, first I want to show you that. This is the place.
Yeah.
And that's her boyfriend over there in the plaid.
Yes. Right there.
See?
That's my guy right there.
All right, so come here, Amy. Okay. Hold on, you guys. So how many? This is. So you guys, actually, just so you know, Amy and I have sung with Amy before.
Yes, we have a history.
But she is like the country music legend, and then there's me.
Well, we're legends together. At least legends in our own minds.
So you guys remember we did a show with Steven Reiser. He is blind, and he's also has autism, and but he can play the piano. He's autistic savant.
1 in 10 million.
So we used to fight over who got him, and she always usually won.
He's amazing.
Because she's cuter, and
I just seen him the other day.
Did you? Yeah. He was on our show, and Steven was, of course, as charming as anything. Yeah. So what are you guys famous for here at the restaurant?
You know what? I have my stuff I like, but I have to go with what the customers like. They love our chicken fried steak. They love our chicken fried steak. They love our Flowtown omelets. A lot of our dinners people like, but definitely our breakfasts. We're pretty famous for our breakfasts.
So how late are you? When are you open?
We open at 8 in the morning. We're open till 9, and you can have breakfast all the way till 9 o'clock at
Seriously?
night. Even pancakes till 9 o'clock at night.
Because people like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there ain't nothing better for dinner than a breakfast. Come on.
So now, in terms of your business, you touring and all that kind of stuff, you have grandkids, so that
I have a grandbaby now. Yeah.
So that kind of slowed that down a little bit.
By choice, yeah. I just wanted to. My oldest son had his first baby with his wife, and they're doing incredible. I just wanted to be there for them, and they're doing incredible now. So I'm just kind of getting back to doing acoustic things with my guys and loving it. I will always have to do music, or I think I'll blow up.
And you, last night, they had a show here, you guys, for local veterans, and you raised a little money.
Oh, we did. I'm sorry, I misquoted that. We love our vets here. And a lot of the people there are vets that come in here. But,
so it was for everybody, but
everybody.
you end up, everybody that's come up this morning and said it was a great show was a veteran.
Well, yeah, we just enjoy, especially the restaurant. This side that we're on, we have the flag that's shown up there from one of my dearest friends was served 4 times in Iraq, and it was one of the best gifts I ever got. I think there's nothing more precious than our military. They're our national treasures.
So you, with your accent, are you from South Florence, or where are you originally from? She's from the South. Did you know?
Yes. I call myself an Archie-Orgie. Because being from Arkansas, and Oregon has always accepted me as one of their own, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud to be from Arkansas, and I'm very proud to live in Oregon. So,
what is it? I mean, to take it's not a risk in Florence, but anytime you start a restaurant. But why Florence? This really is your home now, and
it is. And to be quite honest, I don't know if I'll get a lot of quotes on this or not, but you know I'm afraid to speak out.
Be careful, because Amy she's kind of like me. She says what she wants to say.
I don't have a filter. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. Well, we have one, but we just don't use it.
Yeah, I think mine broke a long time ago. When we came to town, me and Darby would come back into town from being on tour or being out doing anything. We would realize there wasn't really a restaurant that was all around. We have great restaurants in Florence.
Right.
Do not get me wrong. We have great restaurants here. But there really wasn't the all around, which used to be the Wharf, like what my in-laws had. And that was a full-on family dining that you could come in, you could bring a lot of people to. You didn't have to worry about getting a $200 or $300 bill at the end of something. It's just, if you wanted to have breakfast, if you just didn't feel good and you could come in your work clothes, you didn't have to worry about cleaning up. You come in straight out of work. You didn't have to feel bad for doing that.
Right.
We wanted a place like that. We wanted to feel like you were at our home. Honestly, I wanted to feel like you were at my home and I was cooking for you. Except don't worry, I'm not cooking.
No, she does not go in
cooking.
the kitchen except to say hi.
Yeah,
and then,
I say
and then
hello
they quickly
a lot.
Escort her out, and Darby does all that end of it.
Yeah.
And you, but so your real thing is to be out here with people.
Yeah, I love that part. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, and you're good at it. I mean, people walk in and you hug them and you because don't you think that's something that is missing? Not in Florence, but in a lot of places. There's that.
You mean the world? Yes.
Yeah, like hospitality.
Yeah, I do, and I being from the South, and a lot of people probably get tired of hearing me say that, but it's true. Growing up in the South, we are not handshakers. We're huggers. We hug people. We welcome them with warmth. And I know out here, I notice people are like, they stick their hands out first. I'm like, I don't mean to be rude, but I hug. I'm a hugger. And we just really, that to me is a warmth thing. And hospitality has kind of gone to the wayside a lot.
Yeah.
I won't live there yet.
We travel a lot, and with our Explore Oregon series, and we notice that it's. Yeah, we notice I'm winking to her. I wasn't winking at Amy, although she will let me. But I was flirting with the waitress who has our food coming, because we're going to show you kind of some of the stuff that they serve here and what they do. I also want to talk, though, you have a CD that has got some big recognition over there.
Yeah, it's the Frisell and Friends album. We have Haggard on it. We have Lacey J on it. We have Crystal Gale on it. Gene Watson. David Frisell was the one that put it all together. David is a brilliant artist, somebody I've worked with for 29 years. Very proud to say that I've worked with the Frisells that long. And it got a CMA award overseas for Collaboration of the Year. And it's a great album. It really, really is.
Okay, guys, so here we come. All right, so I'm going to turn this around.
Oh, yes, there's Miss
Okay,
Crystal.
show it in here. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, my God. So what is that?
That is the Flowtown omelet with country fries and our homemade biscuit. It's got a little bit of everything in it. It's got sausage, ham, bacon, mushroom, spinach, peppers, onions. And here is the chicken fried steak. Hash browns, eggs, and toast.
And what's that gravy?
Country gravy.
What's country gravy?
If I have to tell you what country gravy is, boy, I'm going to take you to the country.
Okay, hold on now. We got to try. So you guys, I'm going to use this. I am so inventive. Okay, guys, so we're gonna look at this. I'm using the jam can holder to do this. Isn't that funny? It's like my tripod. I can use that as my little tripod. So, okay, look at this.
Okay, I have to see, because Christian sent you over here from the Wheelhouse for
Yeah,
this.
Christian from the Wheelhouse. We went there last month, and
Which is an incredible restaurant.
really. And then he said, "You got to go there." Oh my God! He has this every Sunday. That's his meal.
And I go for their hamburgers too.
Yeah. And you guys check. I want you to see something.
That's a Southern biscuit.
That's
for
a
you.
Southern biscuit. So, oh my God! Look at I love that. There's nothing better than talking with your mouth full. I've had people come on, Amy, and they go, "You shouldn't be talking with your mouth full."
Oh,
I
no,
said,
you
"Well, how
do.
can you not talk when your mouth is full?"
Thank you.
And what am I going to do? Just sit here and eat
That's
in front of you?
also
That would be
a
so.
Southern thing. You talk with your mouth full.
I mean, I'm not spitting things out at you or anything like that. So, do this for me. What? It's a weird question, but hold on. I got to get another napkin. You guys, you gotta have to have napkins when you're
I know,
Clawson's
I know,
Wheelhouse.
I know.
You have to
Gotta
have
have plenty
napkins.
of napkins.
So I'm gonna move my tripod closer. This is so much fun. So, what is the most important thing to you in life?
Well, God, family, military, our country is,
What are you most
top three.
What are you most concerned about right now?
Our country,
The divisiveness,
the hatred,
the lack of civility.
the hatred. Yeah, I think that our military died so that we can all have our opinions, and we grew up in a time where people talked.
Right.
And half of my family's Democrat, half of my family's Republican, and we don't fight.
Right.
We don't fight. We
Well,
love each other.
It used to be that you could have a conversation, and it didn't. If you said something that was opposite of the other person, you weren't a hater.
No.
It was part of a conversation so we could learn. And
Exactly.
I think, and it's kind of interesting because that's important to you, and you now
Yeah.
have a restaurant where people can come in
Yeah.
and feel free to have a conversation.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it. You hear the conversation going on, and I believe strongly that I may not agree with you, but I will fight for your right to have that opinion.
Right.
I believe our military and their families paid for that, and it's a disrespect to disrespect that. I mean, you can't be that way.
Right. And you see it more and more, and I think people are hanging out less and less on social media sites
Because of it, yeah.
They're tired of it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm afraid because I constantly say stuff
What
that
you feel.
mean no disrespect. I would never hurt somebody's feelings on purpose. I wouldn't do that, and I believe that our differences is what make our country great.
Right.
And they are pointing them out in such crazy ways these days that I just don't understand. Instead of building people up for strength and going, hey, you're different and you're different and you're different, and that's smart. Let's put us all in a room together as a think tank and figure out why you feel that way and why you feel that way and why you're so passionate about it.
And not try to change
And not
that.
try to change that. Not say you're stupid and I think you're stupid, and because you feel that way, I'm going to throw things at you,
Right.
and I'm going to do. I think those things are so hate driven.
Is it respect too?
No, there's
Not
no
that you.
respect.
I mean,
There's no
not that you. No, I
respect.
mean, yeah. Don't you think we've gotten to a point in our country where we disrespect everyone and we don't respect people's right to
Exactly.
their opinion? If you have an
Yeah.
opinion different than I do,
Yeah.
and remember when I grew up, and I know that's a long time ago, but when I grew up, there was a decorum you had,
Yes.
and you allowed people to have their opinion,
Yeah.
and then you could disagree with it, and then you'd go out and have lunch together.
Thank you.
You know.
I made a comment at one of my shows the other day. I said, if anybody would like me to show you how we do it in the South, we start off with appetizers. That's where we talk about politics. We bring out dinner. We talk about religion, and then we all laugh over dessert.
Right.
There is no fight about it. That's the truth. We can disagree without there being so much disharmony about it,
Right.
without there being so much divisiveness. Why would you lose a friendship or a family member over something that you can't change?
Right. So do you think through music that's what you try to do?
Oh yeah, I think people should realize how healing music is.
Right. And you can
It's so healing.
and you can say things in a song that you can't say.
Oh yes.
In a
Or you can make more hate with music. There's music out there that is making people more diversive and feeling more,
Anger.
angst.
So do you think
Yeah.
that's part of, because it's kind of funny that you have a restaurant, but you're doing the same thing. Through music you did this, now through the restaurant,
Yeah.
you're loving people as they walk through the door, you're feeding them good food, and you're creating a space where they can have a conversation.
Oh yeah, and I love it. It's like I said, when I write my memoirs, if I learn how to write and read one of these days, I said people will really be surprised at the thousands of people we've been in front of. You and I have been in front of thousands of people.
Right.
To figure out what this place means to me.
Right.
It's so important for me to be here and just talk to people and see them. People don't realize what it's like for people to go home to nobody.
Right.
What it means to give them a waitress or somebody just to listen to them.
Right.
It's very important. My daddy used to say, you can complain about having no shoes, but you could be complaining to a person with no feet.
Right.
So, people need to be thankful that they woke up today. Be thankful for that instead of complaining about these minute little things. Be thankful. Look at the person. Instead of looking down at your phone, look up and say hello to someone. See if there's somebody you can help. See if just somebody's got a look on their face like they just need you to go, hey, how are you doing today?
Right.
Is there, would you like to have a cup of coffee?
See, don't you think you could make a much bigger impact on the world if we stopped arguing about stuff and instead started just really listening to each other and giving people space? You have a lot of people come in here and this is like their big deal.
I love it. I love to hear people say, I come in here because I feel like it's home. It's a homey place. And I'm like, that to me is huge. If you can make people feel comfortable in this world today, you may be making a tiny bit of difference, just a tiny. But you need to start in your backyard.
Right.
Instead of people rioting, worrying about the world, start in your backyard. That's where you can make a difference.
So to end on a kind of a funny note, we were talking on the phone yesterday, and you said that people come in here because she busses tables, and they
love to do
they
that.
keep her out of the kitchen. Just remember that
They do, and they don't let me wait
on staff.
tables.
But she
I
gets
try.
to hug people and wait and bus tables, and she hears people saying, "Isn't this the place Amy Clawson works?"
They do. They ask if the country singer comes in, and I'm like, she's horrible. She never shows up. hateful little thing.
Yeah, we just try to hide her and
We
keep
just
her out of
hide
the
her.
way.
We keep
She's
her in
just
the
one of
back.
those snooty owners.
Yeah, she is.
Amy,
She's
thank you.
horrible.
So would you do one thing for me?
What?
Would you sing something really fast?
Oh, you don't want me to sing?
Yeah, you're in the middle of the
No,
restaurant.
you don't want me to sing.
Yeah,
They don't want me to sing.
They do too. They do too.
What do you want me to sing?
Huh?
What do you want me to
I
sing?
don't know. Whatever you want.
Sting of the needle dropping on the vinyl. Neon singer with a jukebox full of heartbreak. 33, 45, 78. When it hurts this good, you gotta play it twice. Another vice.
Somebody just said Amazing Grace.
Oh, that would have been better.
You want to do that?
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Thank you. That was awesome. That was a nice way to end the show. Wasn't it? You guys again, we love you too. Tag 2 people, you guys, and you'll enter to win a $25 gift card here. I remember this weekend is the Chowder and Wine Festival down in Florence. So
come try our chowder.
So chowder on Saturday here at the Wheelhouse, and there's other places too. So we're doing this for them, so hey,
Yeah.
it's all here.
Come try
And
it.
then on Sunday they have wine. You can check on the Florence Chamber of Commerce. In fact, we're going to be talking to the head of the Chamber of Commerce, Bettina, a little bit later at 2 o'clock today. So we'll be back at 2 o'clock from downtown with our client Northwest Memory Care, and Rhonda's got we've got some really fun planned for you. Thank you for letting me come in and do this. Thank you for the food. So you're going to get the Wheelhouse, and don't worry about parking. Just go to the shopping center behind them, and you can get in when they're doing all the work. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Bye, guys. Bye, Amy.